Fortunately, I got a little aggressive on my ad and ended up taking a stop. On Tesla here, you can see Pivot Bot alerted at S4 as well. It was after it had sold a little bit and had this really big volume as we came down into it. Really solid bottom in there, so I went long. I was able to use a super aggressive new 1 minute low. Hello everybody, my name is Thor Young. I'm here with Jared or J-Rad. We are moderators at Bear Bull Traders and we're going to be doing recaps for you today. A little bit of a different format today, kind of like what you get from Brian and Andrew. We're going to be doing a little recap. I'm going to go ahead and take you through a couple of my trades. We're going to go ahead and, Jared I'll walk you through his trades as he narrates. And we're going to have a good time going through a lot of things. Had a lot of interesting things going on in the market today. We had the new news come out about some of the numbers, really shook things up in the pre-market. I got some really solid trades in the pre-market, some good call-outs by Pivot Bot. If you guys haven't used it, at Pivot Alerts Bot on Twitter. If you have trouble finding it, just go to my Twitter at Thor Young. You can go to Jared's Twitter at BBT. So on to the trades. So as you can see here, we got a trade on QQQ that I took. Now, at the beginning of the day, the new numbers came out and the market immediately started to sell. I don't think Jared or I were fooled by this at all leading into this going on. I think as soon as it started to sell off a little bit, I think we were kind of thinking, hey, it's time to look at this and get a little long on things. So Pivot Bot actually called QQQs at S4. So I went ahead and looked at it. I liked the volume signature, so I went ahead and went long. But unfortunately, I got a little aggressive on my ad and ended up taking a stop. On Tesla here, you can see Pivot Bot alerted at S4 as well. It was after it had sold a little bit and had this really big volume as we came down into it. Really solid bottom in there, so I went long. I was able to use a super aggressive new 1 minute low. And then took two partials at key profit targets and then held the rest for a large seller at 810. Went all out at 810 and with an absolute beautiful grab. So really fun trade on Tesla. Almost 10 on there and really worked out. Jared, how about you, brother?
Very good. So my watch list was a little bit different. I was looking at a lot of the crypto-related stocks. We had Coin, which just reported earnings. About a $20 expected move for that particular name. And some things I was looking at for Coin were the option market side. So if you don't mind, Thor, pull up that option chain that I posted in the trades tab. And I highlighted a couple of aspects that I thought were interesting. The first part, wait, we're watching the markets while we trade too. All right, so some of the highlights here. Coin didn't really have any option strikes below 50, 55 actually. So we were getting into a point of price relative to the open that wasn't facilitated by the option traders. And usually in earnings, that's kind of important to know because there's not a lot of buyers and sellers in this range. The market makers don't want to transact here quite yet until some volume comes in, and that of course happens at the open. So when I looked at Coin, I saw some opportunity in regards to below 55 being sort of just a lower liquidity zone. Market didn't want to stay there for very long. And then, of course, it opened, as Thor's pointing out, S3, perfect touch, rallied off of it. So I just took a kind of a smaller engulfing, a bit of a harami signal. And then it took off, broke the high of day, and trended into some higher orders that were starting to build into 58 was starting to show, and 60 was my main target. So you can see kind of the interactions there as we eventually made it up to those levels. So that was the majority of my trade in the equities market. Been doing a few other things on the side as crypto is pretty wild, but overall this is my core trade today.
Man, really good job. Really awesome trade today. I had the screen up here you could see. So you see Jared, as you can see here, long S3 on this first one, got a partial on it, and then he came back in here, long, more partials in there. Just really great trade all the way up to 60 and then failed off of that right after hitting the big orders there. You can see kind of how he pushed and how it interacted with these levels here afterwards. I mean, really, really cool trade management there on Coyd and Jared. Awesome. Awesome stuff. I do. Yeah.
Exactly. Just playing those $5 ranges.
Yeah, and I really, really like how you use that options chain to really use that. I know Ed really uses that a lot, and it really, really works out well for him. So, all right, everybody, I think that's going to be our recap. We're going to go ahead and call that. I hope everyone had a great trading day. Again, like and subscribe if you have the opportunity. Always a pleasure trading with my buddy Jared here at the Open. I hope everybody had a great trading day. And as always, keep it green. Jared, brother, thank you, sir. Appreciate you hanging with us.
Yeah, take it easy. Trade safe, everybody.